Hey, are you currently using an external amplifier to power your AV receiver? And have you ever thought about adding a preamplifier to your audio chain? Because I did, and the result was magic. Okay, I'm not going to beat around the bush. The Denafrips preamplifier is gorgeous, and it's hard to believe that a product like this retails for around £800. Inside you can find a premium power supply that's accompanied by premium hi-fi transistors and other high quality components. It's all cased within a brushed aluminium solid block. Folks, this is a platinum bargain. Now let's head over to the website and dig a little deeper. Denafrips is a small organisation of around 80 to 90 individuals. Their headquarters are based in China, and they are considered a niche brand and are not as well known as other high street brands such as Technics or Yamaha. Although we are reviewing the Hestia preamplifier, it's interesting to see that their DACs are at the top of the page, as it was indeed their DAC that created waves in the audiophile community. Here you can see that they have all kinds of hi-fi products. Master clocks, which are basically designed to improve the timing of your digital domain. Drop a comment if you want me to talk a little bit more about that. And then you can see a couple of their streamers, which I haven't had the chance to hear yet. There's the infamous DACs. The Aries and the Pontus are the two to look out for if you're on a budget, but the Terminator's the flagship, the daddy. But I've heard great things about them all. And here you can see their preamplifier lineup. The Hestia, which retails for about £1,000, the Hades, which retails for around £1,400, and the Athena, which you can grab for about £2,000. So let's click on the Hestia. Here you can see it uses an advanced microprocessor controlled relay based 60-step attenuator, which in practice provides a very satisfying click every time you turn the volume up and down. As a result, what you get is precise level matching between your left and right channels, which improves your audio imaging. And just look at those distortion numbers, 0.00 and some change. This thing is clean. Now when I first opened the box, I was in shock. I picked up this solid aluminium remote and it felt like quality. And to that end, I've got to warn you, this is not a remote for children to play with. Someone will get hurt. And there's a shot of the fantastic power supply. Similar to a toroidal design, but actually supposed to be a lot quieter. No challenges from me. And what you can see here is that Denafrips are proud of the inside and out. You can see over there the step transistors, supported by some capacitors, and again that power supply, and it looks nice and tidy in there. Okay, let's check out the spec sheet. In the highlights you can see that they're calling out that this is a pure Class A preamplifier. To be honest, I don't know what else it would be. If I had a preamplifier that was anything else than pure Class A, I'd probably throw it in the garbage. Inputs. So this supports RCA and XLR. It's important to note that there are 3 inputs here, so you can connect an AV receiver into input 1, input 2 could be your DAC, input 3 could be your streamer. Input impedance. So we can see here it's 12.12k, balanced, supports 60k. An output, you've got your 2 volt RMS, which is your standard and should drive any amplifier. An XLR's 4 volts RMS, which is about what we expect for a product like this, and that's a great result. Output impedance single-ended, which means RCA, is 200 ohms, and balanced 400 ohms. That's your XLR cables. Okay, power consumption super efficient. 1 watt at idle, 20 watts in operation. The frequency response is very linear, almost ruler flat. 10 to 80k at 0.3 decibels. It's also super quiet at 120 decibels. It's got great dynamic range and 110 dB of stereo crosstalk. What that means is it keeps the audio between your left and right speakers separated. Now this powerful preamplifier is actually quite a small unit. It's 32 centimeters wide, 33 centimeters deep, and around 6 centimeters high. While 6.5 kilograms doesn't look like it would tip the scales, for its size, it's actually quite dense. It's also important to note that this preamplifier has 0 unity gain, which makes level matching with things like AV receivers a whole lot easier. They even have a customer experience tab, and here you can find various customer reviews, and you might even find a Platinum Yard review in there sometime in the future. Right, now let me walk you through how you connect it all together. Connecting your AV receiver or DAC is easy. All you need is 2 male RCA leads. For best results, please ensure that you purchase quality cables, but I do not recommend spending hundreds of pounds on these things. If your audio source and amplifier support XLR, I would recommend using an XLR cable. Okay, left and right clearly identified. What you want to do is pair them up with your analog outputs on the back. And what you want to do at the other end is match them up with your analog inputs on the preamplifier. Then connect the second RCA lead to the analog output. And finally connect the left and right input to your amplifier. For those that want to take advantage of XLR, connect the female end into your preamplifier and the male end into your amplifier. Right, let's wrap this up. What does it do to the sound? Well, it doesn't really have a sound signature of its own. It doesn't modify or change the character of the original sound. But what it does do is somehow refine, polish, and undistort the sound, which gives it a lovely smooth, Class A warmth and tonality. The noise floor is blissfully low at -120 dBs. This makes vocals and instruments appear from an inky, completely silent background, accompanied by an ultra-low distortion at -0.0 ansum, takes music to a whole new level. What amazes me most about the Denafrips is its ability to synergize with anything, and I mean anything I throw at it, any source and any amplifier. The Denafrips does a really good job of tidying and cleaning up the audio signal. It can make a budget receiver or a budget product sound great. But what it won't do is much for the higher end stuff, as it doesn't have much of its own sound signature, which I guess could be deemed as a good thing. If you can spare the change, check it out. This is a serious hi-fi upgrade and will massively improve your hi-fi experience.
Hey,